Alright, what's going on everyone? Welcome back to another video.
If you can see it here and you have the courage enough to speak it, it will happen. A lot of times people believe in certain things but they keep to themselves. They don't put it out there. Truly believe in it. If you become vocal with it, you are creating that law of attraction and it will become reality.
I know I haven't posted anything since Penticton, but I was just looking on my phone. I think as of today, just so I could give you guys some timeline. We're 11 weeks, 1 day out from 70.3 Worlds, so we're getting into the thick of it as far as training goes. I got the bike set up on the trainer here. This is the setup. So I have two trainers, and the reason being is simply just because the rollers has a little bit more leeway just to kind of save my hips. Obviously I have my smart trainer, so I'm using the rollers today just to give it a try because I haven't really used it on a long run. And I just got my iPad to watch some stuff and then Zwift in the background. Nothing crazy, just gonna do about 3 hours aerobic, kind of alternating between 160, 100 or 200 watts within that range to kind of mimic that outside. I guess a little update, I haven't posted a video since Penticton. The reason being is because last week I was actually down in California. Popped some videos up on the screen of just the trip itself. But essentially what I went out there to do is I got some testing done with Jim Manton at Aero Sports. So I found out my CDA, we made some changes, I improved my CDA, and I won't get into that in this video just because I want to do like a sit down style video where I just talk about the changes we made, the things I learned from Jim Manton. He was super awesome. Like, I ended up just kind of hanging out with him for a few hours while he tested someone else and just picked his brain, asked him a bunch of questions, listened to everything he had to say. So I think I can pass on some pretty good tips just as far as aerodynamics go to all you guys. So today's Saturday, so of course we're gonna do the 3 hours on the bike here. I've just kind of been doing work this morning. It's about 10 a.m. 3 hours on the bike, short run off. I'm getting a tattoo this evening. So yeah, so I had a few athletes racing today at Jones Beach 70.3. Huge shout out to Chris, Tyler, Michael, CJ. They all did super well. Tyler came in. I don't know if you guys can see that. I took a screenshot. His official time was 4:32. Like, super strong day by him. His second 70.3 in his build up. We're doing IRONMAN Florida coming up in a few weeks. Michael, his first ever 70.3 went 5:09. And then I'm just waiting to, I'm following the tracker, waiting for Chris to come in. And CJ has...
Hanging around between the mountains, coast to coast, you know how to drive. Dragonflies around the sunset, can you believe we're together? We're celebrating September. What do you mean it's forever? Forever is a time to be with you. Playing games, show me how you jump off a cliff into the water. Taxi boat, where's left behind? Rainbow rain in every color. We go.
Alright, so some good news. I just got an update from CJ, who the tracker ended up, his tracker ended up getting messed up, which I've had really bad luck with so far this spring racing. But he went 5:15. He raced Eagleman 3 months ago, 2 months ago, however long ago it was. And like, he just shaved off like 50 minutes off his time. Course layout is almost identical, so huge PR for him. Honestly, like, I'm on, like, sitting on the trainer now, like an hour in. By the way, my heart rate is through the roof talking to the camera right now, but I just feel so grateful to be in this position. I see how much work they put in, how much they care about it. Been on a huge Megan Maroney kick lately. Done. Pop the stats up on the screen for you guys. So 3 hours, 182 watts. I don't know if you can see that. 182 watts. 3 hours, 1,800 calories. Bike ride done. I'm actually just about to hop on a call with my athlete, Tyler. Hey Tyler, what's going on, man? Oh, you cut out a bit there.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Oh, how you feeling?
Okay, cool. I'm feeling good. Coming back each time, at least the first time, because I was just like, it's not worth it. Like, it's not worth blowing myself out over this headwind right now. I feel.
All right. Yeah, just going for a 30-minute. These look so stupid, but the noise canceling when I'm running, I don't know what it is about it, but I just like it so much. So, all right. So I was officially too dialed on that run, I guess, to remember to film anything. Pop the stats up on the screen. Ran just over 3 miles, a little over 5K. And one thing I'm really focusing on leading into Worlds is my run form. I've been watching a lot of Lawrence Van Lingen. I'm probably butchering his name. I'll pop it up on the screen, but go watch his stuff. Like, he is like a wizard. Something that I learned when I was down in California talking to Jim Ant, and he recommended looking into his stuff just as far as running goes, and like, he's a genius. What am I doing? Going to get a tattoo. The tattoo appointment, it's at 5 and it's 4:18. Oh no, like I have quite a few tattoos, like and I don't know, I got my first one when I was 18, and honestly I've just slowly kind of kept getting them just over time, just because I enjoy it. Like I like them, which is kind of funny because nobody in my family really has tattoos done on my back. I've wanted a back tattoo for like a long time, so I'm excited to get this one done. I'm getting like a little quote on the back, which I'll show you guys it all after. Most of you guys who subscribe, you guys probably know. So I have this tattoo on my hand, like the IRONMAN tattoo. I got it last year, and the reason why I got it on my hand is because I just genuinely think hand tattoos are kind of cool. But like, I made a TikTok video, because I do have TikTok. I don't really post on it much anymore, but like for a while there I was posting a lot, and like so many people shit on me for getting an IRONMAN tattoo on my hand. They were just like, oh, why would you do that, blah blah blah, and like I just think it was kind of funny. But anyway, yeah, I have that on my hand for those of you guys who don't know. And like my arms have some stuff, like I have this man on the moon. On the other side I have like a sibling tattoo for my 3 other siblings, and then obviously I have this compass thing. It's hard to show you when I'm driving. I got that when that was my first tattoo when I was 18. And then I have like a cross thing on my side. I have a tattoo on my leg. Tattoo number, I don't know, 6 or 7 or 8, so I'm just rambling. All right, so tattoo is done. That hurt like a motherfucker. I don't know why. Every time, like if I don't get a tattoo for a while, I like underestimate the pain that I'm gonna go through, and then I get the tattoo done, and then I'm like, I'm not getting another one anytime soon. This has been a weird vlog today, but yeah, I'm gonna go home now. I'm gonna eat some food because I feel kind of lightheaded, and yeah, you guys through what I do tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. So today's Sunday. It's 8:30. Slept in a little bit, which is good because I needed to. The weather looks like it should be okay. It doesn't look like it's gonna rain, so I think I'm gonna drive out to Bright Creek and try running out there today. It's something I've wanted to do for a while, and
Turn it up. It's not loud enough. Turn it up so everyone can hear it. Turn it up so everyone can hear it.
Not even a mile in, and I'm already at 200 feet elevation gain. I'm a little bit worried because I don't have bear spray. I'm like, that's a real thing out here. Run like 2 miles out, 2 miles back, pick another trail, 2 miles out, 2 miles back. So beautiful. Look at this. This is like both relaxing and terrifying at the same time. Well, if I die, I'll get it on video.
Don't tell your friends.
All right, 5 miles in. The sky is pretty much black. I think I might get rained on, but I'm just gonna try to run as much as I can. Worst comes to worst, I finish my run tonight because I'm gonna go visit my parents because it's Sunday. So let's get moving. I'm only 5.6 miles in, 900 feet elevation gain. So this is really good for just like building that fatigue resistance, training my muscles, because like aerobically in an Ironman, from like a cardiovascular standpoint, that's not gonna be what's limiting you. It's gonna be like the durability in your legs. So that's why I always try to run hilly routes for my long runs. Plus this, way easier on your joints than concrete. So just overall way better. And I mean, I think when you run on trail, it's a lot easier to just worry about keeping your heart rate or whatever your targets, whether it's heart rate, power, hell, even pace. Like, it's just way easier to like, I think, mentally stick to it. Whereas when you're running on the pavement, everybody feels the need to go fast. Not everybody has the luxury to run on trails like this, but yeah, no, it's fucking nasty. All right, so I just ran from way down there to up here on my way back to the truck, just so I could show you this view. How cool. I don't know what's over here, but no, like, so running trails like this is something that I'm gonna add in as long as I can, at least till the weather gets bad here in Calgary. And the reason simply being, like I was mentioning to you guys before, like Ironman, it's like 90% of the time, it's like your actual like muscular endurance that's like the limiter to you holding pace. It's not your cardiovascular system. That's why I'm sure of those of you who like have done Ironmans and you're on the marathon, you realize your heart rate's really low, but your legs just feel like bricks. And it doesn't get much better than that. So sick. Absolutely unreal. What the fuck are you looking at? All right, so finished up with that run. No, I mean, it's so beautiful to run out here. I mean, it's a little bit of a drive for me to get here, like 30, 40 minutes. But honestly, it's so worth it. And like, as far as like my long runs go, just for like injury prevention's sake, like it's kind of hard to find like trails long enough in Calgary to like stay off concrete, just because like, I mean, concrete just beats the crap out of me. And I mean, I'm a heavier guy. Like, those of you guys don't know, I'm almost 180 pounds and like I'm 5'8". I mean, that's not heavy in the grand scheme of things, but like for someone who does Ironman and trains as much as I do, like height to weight ratio, like I'm definitely on the heavier side. So that's like a huge tip for any of you guys who might be a heavier runner. Like, if you guys have access to trails or dirt paths, like you don't have to drive out to the mountains to go run. I mean, even if you're running on grass, like that's one thing that I do a lot of in the city, is like even when I go for an easy run in like close to my apartment, obviously it's all sidewalks, like roads, whatever, but I'll run on the side of the sidewalk on the grass as much as I can, just to minimize that impact. Because you got to think about it, like over the course of the week, if you do that and let's say 50-60% of your run you can stay on soft surfaces, I mean that's gonna add up over time. And I mean, it's just like being proactive in that sense, and that's something that I'm really trying to do. Obviously, just like having long-term goals in the sport of triathlon, it's like staying injury free is like a huge thing for me. Not that I've been lucky, I mean I haven't had injuries, but I've also been doing, like, I do injury prevention, strength training. I'm pretty cautious and just in terms of listening to my body, seeing how it feels. Like since Penticton, I've been super careful with hard track workouts, just because like right after Penticton I was dealing with a little bit of like pain in my Achilles, so I've just been like nursing it a little bit, doing more runs like this, and then I'm hoping in the next couple weeks, yeah, I can start to reintroduce like the high-end top speed stuff at the track and stuff like that. Time just flies when you're not just running around the same paths all the time, and obviously doing that you get a little bit of flexibility to kind of veer off in whatever direction you want, which is kind of nice, and you have no idea where you are, where you're going, so it's kind of exciting. But yeah, now we are driving back to the city. I'm gonna stop in Bright Creek just up here because there's a sick-ass coffee shop. Alright, vlog. So I ended up just getting this caramel. I got a coffee, and then I got a delicious piece of pizza. Like, I guess my goals moving forward, obviously we have 70.3 Worlds coming up in December, which I think is like 11 weeks away now. So for me right now, that's the main priority, like showing up to that race in the best shape that I can. And also, I'm going to be doing Ironman New Zealand, so the full, this will be my second full. I did Ironman Lake Placid for my first full Ironman. I went like 11:24, and honestly, like, I'm like itching to do another full, because when I did Lake Placid, I just, like, knowing what I know now, knowing how much fitter I am compared to then, and just like, I'm just excited to do another full distance. And like, especially when it comes to the bike, like, I actually love going for like 6-hour bike rides, and I feel so strong, like, and I'm super excited, yeah, to do another full Ironman. That's kind of like the main thing. I'm like, obviously I'm pumped up for Worlds, I want to do well there, but it's going to be pretty hard to place really well in my age group, just because, like, I mean, you're not coming top 30, even in the 18 to 24 age group, I feel, if you're not going like sub 420. So like, the grind is going to be real the next 11-10 weeks. Like, I really have to dial in, and I mean, you can't force fitness. Like, I think that's a bad way to approach it. Like, when you sign up for these races, it's not about like crunch time. Like, you can't get fit as fast as you can. Like, you can't just smash yourself. Like, it's the consistency, doing the right things week over week, month over month, and just like letting that marinate, letting that compound over time, that's gonna actually like get you faster. And that's one thing that's taken me a while to just learn, is like, you have to obviously be disciplined to like show up every single day and do the boring stuff, do the hard stuff, and just simply like let it compound over time. And I think like so many people get a little impatient, especially in endurance sport. They like underestimate how long it takes to like really make those big improvements. So obviously Worlds, and then Ironman New Zealand, like, I mean, this is a pretty lofty goal. Like, it's not, but I'm just putting it out there for the sake of putting it out there. But I would love to go sub 940. It's not an easy course. It's an honest course. You have elevation gain on both the bike and the run, so I feel like if I could go sub 940 there, I'll be pretty damn happy. But who knows? I haven't done an Ironman since Lake Placid, so it'll be yeah, it excites me to do another one, because it's been so long since I just don't know how I'll do, and to me that's just exciting. Whereas with 70.3, I kind of know where I'm at,
Obviously, I'm hoping to move the needle forward when I do Worlds, but like at the end of the day, I only have 3 months, and it's not like I'm going to shave 10 minutes off my half marathon in 3 months, but hopefully I can just put together a really good day, show up just that little bit better, take that next step. But yeah, no, I'm super excited for this next year. Like, lots of good races planned. Obviously prioritize YouTube. I know I say that I'm gonna post these all the time and I kind of get a little bit all over the place, but keep posting on YouTube lots, document this journey. And yeah, hopefully if all goes well, we do good in Worlds coming up in 3 months. I inspire you guys that if a small farm town kid from Alberta, Canada can go from being one who used to play hockey to randomly wanting to do an Ironman, fast forward now like where I'm at now, like if I can do it, you can do it. So that's kind of my goal with all this stuff. We'll see. We're just gonna keep training, keep grinding, and I guess see what happens.